Hi, I want to talk to you today about how you can amp up your grounding. Grounding is something we should be doing on a regular basis just to help with our body health and our own well being. But there's a way to amp it up, especially during this time that you're probably feeling some extra stress with all that's going on in the world right now. And even if you've taken extra steps to protect yourself, we have the collective consciousness with people all over the world facing things they never have before, which could be the pandemic or loss of a job or a weather crisis or political crisis, social crisis. All of these things are coming at us. So I tend to find that when I am feeling extra anxious, that there is some caught up anxiety in my body. And for me, it feels like a jitteriness somewhere inside of my body. Sometimes it hits me from nowhere and I'm not sure why it's coming on at the time. And one of the best ways to relieve that for better health is through grounding. And there's the ways that you normally think of, like going outside, barefoot on the ground, being in nature, moving around. But there's a way we can amp up this process through our intention and our visualization and through our breath work. So I want you to think of yourself for a moment as the electrical beings that we are. Every part of us is electrical. Our brain, our heart, even our bones and our blood. The oxygen that we breathe in has free electrons that get collected in through our breath into our bloodstream and goes throughout our body. We have an electrical charge that's running through our body at all times, and that's coming in. The positive electrical charge is coming in through the top of our head from the sun and coming down that central column of our body and going out our feet. And at the same time, there's a negative charge from the earth that's coming up and going up through our body from our feet to our head. And that is causing that healthy electrical charge that's going through that central column of our body. If that's going and flowing, we're in much better health. So we want to think about for a minute how we can use that idea with our grounding. Let's think for a minute about our house or any kind of a building that has electricity in it is required to have grounding wires. And those grounding wires, from the simple way that I understand it, is that if there's any buildup of electricity, a buildup of charge, it's allowed to go out through the grounding wires, so there won't be like appliances blown out or a fire started. It's a safety thing. So just think of our grounding our body, our electrical being, much like that you are letting any caught up excess amount of energy, an extra charge, something that's causing that jitteriness from the anxiety we're feeling to be released right out of our feet and into the ground. And then that helps us to be in a more grounded, centered state. So when you're doing this, we're going to do it with our breath. And when you take in a breath, we're going to do slow, steady breaths. And your inhale is going to be deep down into, all the way down your core into your belly. So you're going to take a breath that's going to go really deep. And as you exhale steadily, you're going to visualize that you are exhaling straight out of the bottom of your feet, right into the earth. So you're going to inhale down through your core to your belly, and you're going to just exhale out your feet. Now you can do this while you're in a meditative state, a prayer state, while you're outside doing other things, while you're walking, or just throughout the day. Anytime you start to feel anxious, you can do this. And when we do this, we are loosening up. We are starting the flow, the electricity inside of us. And we're allowing it to go out through our feet, that extra that we don't need that's causing us this jitteriness, to go out through and ground into the ground, into the earth. So try that and just do that steadily for a few times. Just keep the inhale and the exhale until you start to feel calmness and relief. And then do that as many times through the day as you need to do it. That will help our mental state, our emotional state, and it will help us to be physically healthier too. Thank you. I'm sending love and health and light through the ether. Talk to you soon.